What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we're gonna react to this video of Cam and Mase talking about Travis Hunter tying a knot with Lena. Now, I ain't said nothing about it. Obviously, there were so many videos done about it a few months ago, but Travis, he was determined to marry this young woman, and I think he wants to go ahead and start his family ASAP. I don't think, it's gonna be much of a gap based off his words, for them to start having children. And many feel like this is a setup, but at the end of the day, he's married her, he's moving forward with it. So whatever happens, he's fine living with it. Now we're gonna get into this, guys. Let's check it out.
Last thing before we wrap. So, congratulations to Travis Hunter and his wife, Leanna. They finally got married over the weekend. He surprised her at the wedding with the black Mercedes Benz AMG. So, of course, on the internet, they faced a lot of criticism for different things. A lot of people have been concerned on them not having a prenup agreement, sources say. Mace, what's your opinion on the young love?
I don't know. I'm gonna sit this one out. I think when it comes to the young lady, she does have like different things that have transpired for me as a dad. If that was my son, I would definitely be concerned about it. I think there's other ways you could protect his assets, but I definitely would think he should look in the direction of protecting his assets. Maybe not with a prenup, but there's other things you could do these days.
Yeah, they'll try to hit you with that shit. Why I get a prenup if you really love me? If you really love me, sign the prenup. What you here for? If you here for love, just sign this joint, and you don't get none of my money because the love is free. What you need? What are we doing here? I'm not signing. I mean, do what you want, Travis. That's up to you. I'm not signing a prenup unless Shorty getting as much money as I get, or more than me. If you're not getting more than me, you have to sign a prenup. It just works like that for me. I don't get it. I don't know why love needs to be defined by a piece of paper. Why we can't just be love each other and do paper? What paperwork got to do with it? Look at Remy and Pat. Shit going crazy all weekend over that, man. Shit, wow, my nigga. All because of this piece of paper. They was black love. Now, I'm not taking nobody's side. Remy's my friend and Pap's my friend. I don't have a side in this. All because of some paper. Shit is messy all weekend. Remy pulling out pawn shop receipt, talking about her Cartier bracelet is missing. Pap talking about he knocked the nigga out that she dating. It's been a mess all weekend. You know why? Because of this piece of paper. When you're a girlfriend or boyfriend, just leave. And I know squad is right. You ain't staying that long to where you think you live here. Because they'll run that too, fellas. Don't get caught up in that. Try and kick her out, and it's been 8 months, and now she got squatters' rights and all that shit. Yo, get that 10-day joint, go home for 10 and come back for 10 if you really like her. Because at the end of the day, it's too many laws for the person without the money. Now, you know who's probably a sucker to all the females? Now, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when Kevin Federer do it. Kevin Federer is up $100 million off of 3 wives. Britney Spears, forget the other 2 actresses, but women to say he's a sucker because he doing what Drea or somebody doing. Somebody with more money is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, shout out to Kevin Federer.
Now there is more to this discussion where they talk about how they all feel about marriage, but for Travis, one thing I can applaud is family. Wanting to have a traditional family where, man, woman in the house and you have kids and all that. At the same time, though, you have to be careful who you do that with. Now, Travis is in it now. She's now, and hopefully, a lot of us were wrong about what we saw online. But people live experiences. Obviously, Travis is gonna look at everybody like y'all don't even know us, which we don't. But some of the signs that we're seeing is stuff that people are familiar with, and some people were coming from a good place when they were trying to tell Travis just to think about it. Not even don't do it, but just think about what you're doing before you do it, and take the advice you're hearing into consideration. Now, he's married. They've taken that next step. So he's gonna see, if he was right or if other people that had experience, in that and situations like that was right.
It just seemed like no matter how much people are in love, when the love goes south, niggas just be niggas, man. That's what it just seemed like. No matter how much love they supposedly have, I think you could tell a lot about people when things go wrong, how you handle it.
What does the paper mean? What is the
Paper, it's just like formal commitment, really, but it's not just like, oh, we're boyfriend. Like, you should get. I'm fully supportive of a proper marriage, signing the papers, saying your vows, all of that, because it's really a covenant with God. That's how I see it. So I think
It's like you're supposed to be vowing before God that you're gonna do everything that it says, but when you look at it in context, people don't do what it says. It says for rich or for poor. A woman ain't gonna be with you, you poor. It said in sickness or in health. Niggas is not gonna be with you if you sick. You hear people all the time. I had to leave that nigga. Why? That nigga crazy. That's sickness. That's a mental sickness, right? she out.
Yeah.
So everything she putting in the vows, she not gonna do.
Yeah. Just she,
But-
not he too.
I mean, most niggas be with a chick and she crazy.
Yeah. And all the cheating too.
Yeah.
Cheating be crazy, man. Like, yo.
Yeah, it's for better for worse, in sickness or in health, to death
Gotta
do us apart.
That's
But
important.
that do them apart.
Now, for me personally, I believe in marriage, in the traditional sense, and you know, I'm fortunate enough to have a good marriage, but I know a lot of people, they look at situations they've been through and they like, ain't no way, um, they could ever tie the knot or at least sign some paper. That's why you see so many, long time live-in girlfriends, live-in boyfriends, and different things like that. But, um, and I understand some of the fear of like losing, especially when you have something to bring to the table. Maybe the other person doesn't have as much. You don't want to turn over everything that you worked so hard for and leave it in the hands of the courts, to determine your future, right? I get that, but um, when you look at somebody like Travis Hunter, I think his deal was somewhere around 40 something million. The car he brought her was what, 200, $300,000, they say. I mean, the SUV that he got for her, as a wedding present, you know. Oh, I don't know, man. I seen a similar situation like this with Xavier Worthy, uh, where he got with some girl, and I think he caught her cheating or something like that. Uh, it's on Pink Book Lessons. If you go to their channel, they told a whole story on it. The receiver out of Texas is Xavier Worthy, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Go look up his story, and it remind me so much of Travis. Like everything from when Xavier Worthy, I think he DM'd her, she left him on red, and she wasn't interested at first, and then she found out who he was, then she started liking him. I mean, the parallels are eerily similar, and it has gone south now to the point where he was trying to kick her out the house, and then she was refusing. I think she had to be removed out the house by the police. I think it was like crazy, but yeah, Pink Book Lessons. Go to their channel and look at that story because it made me instantly think about Travis Hunter and the potential there. Now that's not what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that he has a successful marriage. Um, I know like we used to be head over heels over females. A lot of the older people in the family used to say your nose is wide open, and that's kind of what I saw with him. And I ain't saying that when your nose is wide open, sometimes it don't be for a good reason or it ain't somebody that you should marry. But a lot of times, your nose being wide open means that like you you are hell bent on something and you are like head over heels rather over somebody and you just can't even see some of the signs, like you just blindly in pursuit without using your better judgment. And many feared that that's what he was going through. But I don't know, man. He married her. It is what it is. I ain't gonna say too much about it at this point. It's an exhausting topic, but I just kind of want to share what Cam and Mace had to say about it at the end of their show today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.